I still feel awkward.
No, don't feel awkward. It's great. It's going to be great.
Do you know why I feel awkward?
Because you're high?
No, because I have anxiety.
Oh. We were anxious all day.
Yeah, welcome back to Wait, We're Anxious.
We are anxious girls.
Last week we said that this week's playlist was going to be Drunken Love, but today we were anxious and we decided to change it to
Boys and drugs.
Boys and Drugs.
We pivoted last minute and we just feel a lot better about this.
Also, quick note, my mic is red this week.
She is so red, girl.
I'm so festive. I'm also wearing a heart shirt.
For those who can't see, she has on a white and red heart Skims tank top, a red mic cover, and red nails.
And red nails.
And
Yeah,
some
festive.
blush. She's so Valentine's.
Speaking of Valentine's, this week, Lauren and I are going to tell you our love story.
Yes, how this originated.
How we met, how we fell in love.
How we fell in love.
Also going to recap the Super Bowl, go through some music news, and then we'll get into our playlist of the week. Drugs and Boys.
Drugs and boys.
Drugs and Boys. Wait,
Yes.
what were you going to say?
Ainsley got me this for Valentine.
The Little Book of Ick?
It says 500 reasons to get over them for good.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you, Ainsley. Thank you, Ainsley, for introducing us. And this is how we met. This is how we knew that we would be a perfect fit for each other.
Ainsley invited me to come to Athens for her birthday, and
we all went to dinner, but it was like a large group. And then me and Danny bonded.
Ainsley was like, I can't wait for you to meet my friend Lauren. You're going to love her. And I was like, oh,
Yes.
okay. Do you remember what you were wearing? You were wearing this black dress.
Black dress, golden gooses.
Yes. And it was like a long black dress
Oh, yes.
with like ruffles on it.
It was so sweet looking.
When Ainsley introduced you to me, you were like, hey, I'm Lauren. I usually dress like a slut, but right now I'm wearing this nice dress.
Because we were walking to dinner and someone in our group that we were walking with goes, wow, Lauren, it's so nice to see you like in a full outfit. He was like, whenever I see you at the bar, like it's just like, you know, bits and pieces of clothes. I'm like, okay. That was on my brain whenever I met you. So it just came out.
And I was like, oh, I like your dress. And then we didn't sit next to each other.
No.
Oh my God, Law. We didn't sit. No, we did. Yeah. We did sit next to each other.
Yes, we did.
I think you dropped your purse and your little strawberry candy fell out.
Oh, yes.
And that's how I got it. Yeah.
Danny and I have one of those strawberry foil wrapped candies, the hard candies that your grandmas have. And I had acquired those. I truthfully don't remember how I found those. They weren't something like that I picked. It was like someone gave them to me and I just threw them in my purse. And I probably had like 6 of them in there. And I had one and Danny had one. And we've literally had it in our purses since then.
It's in my purse today.
It's like a token of good luck.
Yeah, it's our good luck because that's the day we met and we fell in love. So we were sitting next to each other at dinner. Ainsley and Lauren were telling me this horror story of this time that they took this like gummy that just like made them. Tell me about the time you and Ainsley took that gummy.
When me and Ainsley took that gummy, it was the day after my birthday, my 21st birthday. I was brutally hungover and I thought that taking a gummy would offset the hangover. So I eat the gummy and I watch Hannah Montana. I shit you not, 6.5 hours straight. Didn't move from the bed. Me and Ainsley are laying there. After we had eaten it, she talked for about 10 minutes to me and then went silent. And I didn't think anything of it because, you know, I'm just enjoying my show. And I took this awful photo of her. Sorry, Ans. She knows the picture that I'm talking about. The next, like, after, like, the gummy had passed, she was like, you couldn't convince me that that's me. Like, that, I feel like I'm looking at, like, somebody else. Like, it, it literally freaked us out so bad. And she was sitting on my bathroom floor, like, hurled over the toilet for
Uh-huh.
probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then two girls came to, like, bring, like, I think drinks and snacks for us so we could keep watching because we couldn't drive. And Ainsley said when they came that she thought that they were, like, evil. She was like, I was convinced that those girls were there to get me.
Yeah.
She was like, that was awful.
Yeah.
And she was like, she said, I felt like I was near death.
Yeah. And Ainsley told me that she was like, it was to the point where I didn't know if I could be Lauren's friend. Like,
she was questioning, like, after, like, how she was when she was high, like, if we could even remain friends after that.
yeah. So they had told me this whole story earlier that day. And then we go out that night, and at the end of the night, Lauren, we like get back to their house, and Lauren's like, do you want a gummy? And I was like, yeah. Duh.
Duh, why would she pass that up?
Because it like did not even click for me that
was the same gummy.
That it was going to be the same gummy, because there was no way, because it was the worst thing that y'all had ever been through ever. Or so you said. And I think we took that gummy at like 3 a.m. or something like that.
Yes, it was once we had gotten home from the bars and we were already drunk, and then we did that on top of it.
I did not gain control of my body until 4 p.m. the next day. 5 p.m. Like, I could not move.
12 hours. It was 12 hours of death.
I was on death's doorstep. Like, I had never felt like a vegetable before, but I remember just laying there and just not being able to move. But I also couldn't think. I just was so
I was
hollow.
so out of it. So
out of it.
Out of it.
I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do a thing.
We're calling this activity bowling. We like to bowl. Anyways, I was an avid bowler, and after I had that experience with that gummy, I didn't bowl for 2.5 weeks, which is like
for a month.
An eternity for me. Like, I literally was convinced that I was never going to touch a bowling ball again.
Same. I couldn't. I got back to Atlanta and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And like, honestly, Lauren, to this day, I can't eat any gummies.
Gummies, you just can't control it.
That's it. You can't
control
the
bowl at all.
Later that day, Ansley had to go home. I think she was texting us and she came in like beating on Lauren's door because I couldn't answer. And I don't know how, I have no memory of it, but I opened the door for her somehow. And she like brings us coffee and then leaves. And then Lauren gets back and we went out the next night.
Yeah. And I remember that next night we had gone out, or like we were like getting ready to go out, and the entire apartment silent. No one was talking while we were getting ready. No one was drinking, and because we were like, we'll just drink when we get there. And I remember it being a silent and sober pregame. Yes. We were just walking around, still getting ready, like tidying up, and we did not speak because we were still so
traumatized. And we had also met each other 24 hours before that.
Yeah, that was like how that summer was like constantly stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to start with our Super Bowl recap, aka the halftime show recap.
AKA the best halftime show I've ever seen in my life.
The best halftime show ever, and I mean it.
I do mean it. Like, I wholeheartedly, like, I'm going to be watching this 6 months from now and feeling the exact way that I'm feeling right now.
It was obviously, like, I love him and I just, like, love watching him. But it was so dynamic. Like, he had a lot going on, but it was all so well done.
I loved it. I loved every second. There was not one thing that I didn't like about
It was just perfect. Like he hit the nail on the head. It was such a Super Bowl halftime show. It was very Vegas also, like in the beginning with like the Cirque du Soleil stuff.
it. Oh, I didn't even
So
think about
Vegas.
that.
Yes, he knew what he was doing.
Genius.
He put on the perfect show.
I love so much at the beginning of it that it said rated U and then it says all that stuff.
I was like sitting like 3 inches away from the TV, but
Wow.
I still like I didn't read it because I don't know. I was like, but before he started performing, I was so nervous. I was getting antsy,
Dude,
and
I
so
was
when
so nervous because like I wanted to have my eyes everywhere on that screen.
yeah, I was scared I was gonna miss something.
Yes. Oh my
But
God. Oh my God. Those hips were crazy.
I know.
When he
Okay.
started moving his hips like that, I was like, oh my goodness.
Okay, so he opened Lauren with Caught Up.
And I love that because I recently rediscovered that song.
You said in the last episode, I want to hear Caught Up. And he said,
Yes.
okay, here, Lauren. Here you go.
Yes, here you go. This is for you.
And I said in the last episode, I said that I wanted to hear You Don't Have to Call. And he played Caught Up. And then immediately after, he played You Don't Have to Call.
It's a
Usher.
sign. It's a
Usher
sign.
listened to our last episode for sure.
He did. He was like, oh my gosh, those girls are onto something.
But when he got on stage, like when he first, because he started on the field, and then when he got on stage, Lauren, he's like, this one's for you. And then he goes, Spotlight, big
Oh.
stage, pussy throb.
Oh, we're going there. It was wonderful to see.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Something about the way he said that.
He has sex appeal
He does.
and he has mastered it. Like
He does.
he knows his power and it's a beautiful thing.
And then he brought out Alicia Keys. And she did.
She killed it.
She killed it. I think it was beautiful. It was beautiful to watch.
The best word, and this is going to sound like that was cinematic. I don't even want to use that word because it makes me sound like I just want to use a big word.
It was cinematic.
It was cinematic.
That's the perfect word for it. It was cinematic, and that's why I liked it so much. Like it was sexy. It was cinematic. Oh, there was also another part in his performance that made my pussy throb.
Elaborate.
It was when he was doing You Got It Bad. It was right before he started twitching.
Oh.
And he was like,
Do you like the twitching?
I love it. It's so ridiculous.
And
I love it in
I
like
don't
a
think
that is
I
so
would-
weird way.
Yeah, like I don't think I would like anybody else but
No.
him doing that.
Yeah, yeah. He can do it, but like
Yeah,
that's
nobody
toeing the
else can do
line.
that.
That's toeing the line,
Yes.
Usher. Don't go too far. Don't go too far. But right before he did that, he was like setting up his mic, and then I don't know how to explain this. So the mic stand is on the ground, and
Yes.
he like leans it forward.
Does he do the thing where he kicks his foot and it like kicks out?
Yes, he kicks his foot and kicks out the mic like
Yes.
when
the beat drop.
when the beat drops and pussy
Ooh.
throb.
Yeah, that's good. I just love how he has a move for every word. I feel like every word has a move.
Confessions when he came out and did Confessions Part 2, like it was so good. He took
Oh
his
my
shirt
gosh.
off.
Dude, you know people were like betting like actual money on if he would take his shirt off. I
I
think
know.
we
I was trying to
should've
figure out
bet.
how. We could have
Yeah.
won so much money, Lauren.
I
We
know
knew everything.
Oh my God, literally.
You remember last episode I mentioned that in 2011 Usher leapt over Will I Am in the Super Bowl
Yes.
halftime. This
This
year
time-
he roller skated under his legs,
Yes.
just completing the circle. And then he, of course, ended with Yeah and brought out Luda and
I
Lil Jon.
loved that ending.
It was so
just
good.
felt so empowering. I loved seeing everyone on that stage.
Me too. And then after the song, when Usher was like shouting out Atlanta, and he did the he like
Yes.
called out the A-Town stomp, the muscle, the thunderclap and the rockaway, like
Perfect.
it really
I
was.
loved it so much.
And then he was
Really.
like, I took the world to the A.
Mhm.
Took the
That
world to
was
the
so
A.
good.
I loved it because he was all week talking about Atlanta and how he wanted to like bring Atlanta to the Super Bowl, and then that's how he
Yes.
ended it.
I love
Gorgeous.
how hard he rides for Atlanta.
Me too. Speaking of the Super Bowl and Usher,
What flaw does Usher have?
you know, he does toe that cringy line. He does like to get up on it.
Yeah. You know
That
what?
is his.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's his fatal flaw. Everyone has one. Sad to see Usher is now married.
To Jen. Jen is the mother of his 2 children,
Yes.
Sovereign and Sire.
Royalty.
They started dating in 2019 and
For
got
some reason,
married.
I didn't know that they had been together that long.
I knew they were together, and I was shocked when they got married this weekend because I thought they already were married. But yeah,
Right.
they got married right after the Super Bowl in Vegas.
That is so celebratory.
It is cute. It was really cute. It honestly, it looks like she was wearing his outfit that he had on stage. The pants.
Which one? The
White
blue one?
pants. No.
The white pants.
Oh, speaking of his blue outfit on stage, what was with the sparkly ass? What was with the glitter ass?
That goes back to the towing the cringy line.
Yes.
But
We
like
love you, Usher.
I feel that way about Drake. Drake
Yes.
does toe that line too, but I
Yes.
love them. Something about me, I like it.
Yeah, when you like truly love someone, you can look past those
it.
flaws.
When you've got love in your heart for somebody, you can look past just about anything.
Yeah, Usher's new album, there's a few songs on there that I think belong on the 50 Shades Darker soundtrack. The second one, Cold-Blooded, Risk
I need to
It
watch
All.
that movie.
I watched it
yesterday.
I watched it in January.
I feel like I can't make it through the whole movie. I feel like I've tried to start it and I just don't ever make it all the way through. Okay, continue.
He has another song on there called Keep on Dancing that sounds exactly like Justin Timberlake's. What's that song on Trolls? Can't Stop the Feeling. I wonder if Usher's going to be in the new Trolls soundtrack.
Probably. Usher would do that. I love it because it's Usher. I didn't resonate with this one as much as the other ones.
Right. It's hard to beat Confessions. Some would say impossible.
Because that one is ridiculous.
Speaking of new music, Beyonce had a Super Bowl ad with Verizon.
Yeah.
And at the end of it said, new music coming soon. And then during the Super Bowl, dropped 2 singles.
That's so, I'm going to casually drop 2 songs Super Bowl night.
I love Beyonce and the way she moves.
Me too.
Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages. It's a country album.
I'm liking the move to country, ladies. Yes.
She's showing us that she can do it all.
Yes. Her catalog is crazy.
And have you seen everyone thinks that she's going to tap Taylor for the album and get her on the track?
Dude, yes. Absolutely.
I think that that's going to happen. Because they support each other. They went to each other. They went to each other's movie premieres because
yes, but I remember seeing that iconic photo of them.
But I'm excited to hear Beyonce's. I'm excited for Beyonce's new album, and it feels like a good time to be in Texas.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
Texas Hold'em.
And I like that it's coming out now, which means that I'm gonna listen to it in the summer potentially. And I like some country music in the summer.
Yeah. Country and summer go together.
They do. Just like lake and country music goes together.
Yes. On a boat this summer listening to Beyonce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, on a boat.
That feels right.
Absolutely. I would like to see a little Zach Bryan on there too.
Okay. I know you like you some Zach Bryan. He's all over our blend.
Always, dude. I'm not a country person, but I think I like it because he's more folk music.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
He's not it's not your typical woo woo country music.
Yeah, I don't like woo woo country music either.
I don't either. No offense. Just not my vibe.
Our last bit of music news kind of leads into our playlist of the week. Cardi B and Offset spent Valentine's together.
Which I think is, it's so normal for them because they are so hot and cold. I 100% get that. But I just hate that he was in Vegas and
Acting
messing
up.
around, and then
Yeah.
just comes home for Valentine's Day.
Cardi and Offset have been off and on their whole relationship, but
Mhm.
they called it quits in December this year, like right around or right, yeah, right before Christmas.
Yeah.
Right before Christmas. And I was off of Instagram all of January. And I told Lauren, I was like, when I download this app, I better see them back together. And they weren't. So I was very
Yeah.
happy to see they spent Valentine's together. I need them together.
Yes, I do like them together.
They're perfect for each other.
I do like them a lot together.
Okay, so our playlist of the week this week is Drugs and Boys.
Drugs and boys.
And it's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, like, use your brain.
When I hear Drugs and Boys, I immediately think about the song that my plug was playing last time I picked up.
And what was that, Danny? Tell me.
It was I'm on One, Future and Drake.
Classic. Classic man move.
I opened the door to this big ass truck and he's playing I'm on One. You know, like right hand, right knee, left knee.
That is like a party song.
It's like Kids Bop, Drake Kids Bop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that song. I really do. It's just
I do too, but it's so
silly. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. I was just shocked that that was what my plug was listening to.
Wonder what he listens to when he's really by himself, because you know that he like queued that up before you started walking to the car.
See, I thought the same thing, but then I was like, there's no way that that's what he picked.
Shit. My first Drugs and Boys song is Lamborghini High. I love to listen to that song. And I know when I listen to that song, I'm having a good time.
Yes.
That goes hand in hand with both topics. Drugs and boys. Like, it works. That song's playing and it's amazing and it just fits. That one's a hit for me. But that's one that I'm like, no one would have ever guessed that I would have just said that.
Juicy J just kills me.
Same, but I love that song with him and Justin Bieber too. Lolly.
I bet you do love that song because it's your name.
Yeah. Lolly, 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 let me see you pop that body. Oh my God, I used to love that song.
We're going to add that to the playlist too. Juicy J just sounds like a drag queen name. It's not hard.
At all.
Juicy J.
Juicy J. Like, I wonder.
Diva.
That's like, that gives me the same vibe as like Megan Thee Stallion's album or like song that's Pressurelicious. That's what that's giving.
Yeah, Juicy J should have been on that.
Right.
Another song that I think about when I hear Drugs and Boys is Percocet and a stripper joint. But this song the hoes are on to.
They are onto it, but it's such a good song.
But if someone plays that in the car, ladies, they're doing it on purpose.
Yes, absolutely. Man plays that in the car, doing it on purpose, and he's 9 out of 10 times probably wearing Dior Sauvage and is a cheater. That's what I think.
That's so accurate.
Yeah, you know that.
That song is still such a good, like, it's such a, I'm in the car with a man and we just bowled.
Right, we just bowled together and we're sharing this experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a classic.
Okay, my next song that I want to mention, Smoking on My X-Pac, SZA.
Too good.
I love that song.
It's too good.
I love that song so much. Like, just, she is all about her lyrics, too.
Yeah.
And I love a woman about her lyrics. They hating from nosebleeds. I wish
you well.
I wish you well. Bye bye. I love that song. That like holds a very high rank in my book.
Yeah, I love that song too. That is, probably my favorite song on that album. I just love like I love a little chunk of a song. Like that song is the shortest one on the album. It gives like freestyle.
Yes. It's so good. That album I loved.
Me
Ooh.
too. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, SZA. Speaking of SZA, we
Ah,
forgot to talk about
the
the
Rich
Rich Baby
Baby
Dad music
Daddy
video that
video.
dropped.
That that is also cinematic masterpiece.
I saw Drake post a picture today of one of him and SZA and one of him in red, and he captioned it, I told the girls to trust me and came over with a camcorder.
I love him. I would love for Drake to just call me and be like, "Hey, you want to be in my music video?"
Yeah.
Absolutely, anytime, anywhere.
If
I will
Drake
do
called
it.
me and said, trust me, okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Drake could call me and say, "Don't trust me," and I probably will trust him.
Yeah. But the music video was so good. It was Sexy Red going into labor and Drake and SZA.
I loved every second of that.
Lauren, whenever I bowl, I think about Can't Leave Without It. I play Can't Leave Without It every time I'm on aux when I'm bowling.
That's a
It's my
good song.
go-to.
I really do love that song.
It's perfect. It's a perfect bowling song.
That is a really good bowling song. I'm gonna incorporate that into my bowling experience next.
What song do you think about when you bowl? What's your go-to?
I don't know that bit. Sorry. I like that. The way I just said bitch was just so, I feel like, so aggressive.
I
I
don't
love
know
that
that
song.
bitch.
I don't know that bitch. Like, I love to listen to that song whenever I'm bowling. It's just like I'm just having a good time. Like, I don't know that bitch, and I just keep going. And I love, love, love that song.
How the hell you love that bitch? You don't know that bitch.
Yes, and like I love to be just bowling, having a good time hearing that. It's perfect for
Mm-hmm.
the ears in that setting. But I do want to throw this one in too because this one is very high on my list. Like
Go girl.
leaked by Lil Baby. I think it came out in like it was either 2017 or
Mm-hmm.
2018.
Mm-hmm.
So good. I remember that was the first summer that I could drive, and I just remember always leaving the pool and playing that song. And it was
Aw.
just such a good memory. I love that song. That most of the time when I was like going to the pool, I had boys with me and I feel like I would play this song. Oh wait, if anyone sees my hand, I absolutely busted my ass.
What
Um
happened?
Last night, Valentine's, I went out plastered. She she was a goner, and I apparently fell, and my knee is pretty bruised, and I've got a cute little cut
Oh,
right there.
la.
And I was like, I was washing my hair this morning, and you know, like whenever you have a cut and you get water in it, it burns like fire.
In your head?
No, it was on my hand, but I was like
Oh.
washing. No, not on my head.
I
And
thought you
then
had a cut on your head,
I
Lauren.
was like washing my hair, and I got water in my cut, and I literally like screamed aloud because it hurt.
Ugh.
I hate that. I hate that I fell.
You have
But
a
I'm fine.
bruise on your knee too?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And you know, like whenever like a bad bruise is coming in,
yes.
and it goes through like a couple stages before it actually turns purple.
Yeah.
It's doing that.
Oh, I will throw an honorable mention.
Say it, girl.
Well, it's really this whole Kodak album, his Heartbreak album, but I've been listening to Call You so much. It's one of my top songs of the year, but that whole
You've been
album.
on
But
a Kodak like trend lately.
I can't help it.
Can't help but like it.
I
He
can't
has one
help it.
song, Hollywood. Love it.
Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. I
See,
like that
that's the
one.
thing about Kodak is like I keep finding these new songs, new old songs, and loving them, and then someone says another one and I haven't heard of it, and I'm going to love it.
Yes, I remember I used to.
So Kodak's Heartbreak album, perfect for Valentine's
And I
Day.
knew you've been on a Kodak kick.
Yeah.
I love this. those were our favorites from our Drugs and Boys playlist that is available to listen to, and we wanted to share that with y'all.
In honor of Pisces season starting next week, we are dedicating our playlist next week to Pisces.
So I'm really excited about this.
I know I actually do love Pisces. I love the Pisces people. But
Name
a few Pisces we can go over. We'll dive into a few of our favorite Pisces next week, which are Usher. We're never gonna stop talking about Usher.
No.
You thought it was over.
No. It will never be over because as long as he's moving and grooving, I'm following. That man has infiltrated my brain the way he wants to.
He can stay.
He can. He has a home in my brain, and he can live there rent free.
Rent free.
Rent free.
Rihanna.
Jack Harlow.
Justin Bieber.
Adele.
Lady Gaga. Just to name a few.
Just to name a few. There was a lot more Pisces than I thought there were gonna be.
Well, Pisces, one of their main traits is creativity. So I'm not surprised.
Wow,
They're also emotional. They're water signs.
And they are extremely good with their words. So that explains the lyrical aspect of it.
Yes.
It's crazy how much it makes sense.
I can't wait to talk about it.
All those people. Oh my God. We can't wait.
Me and you, girl.
Me and you, girl. We can't wait.